Well, hello everyone, welcome back guys. Back again with another lab, and today we are going to solve lab number 2 from cross-site scripting vulnerability module. Today we are going to see stored XSS, and we also know this stored XSS as persistent XSS. And you will see why it is called as persistent XSS in a minute when we will solve the lab. So before going further, this little disclaimer as always for you: this video and its content are only for educational and awareness purpose, and I do not support any unethical or illegal act. That's been said, if you did not subscribe the channel up to now, please subscribe it, and let's go. So it's saying stored XSS into HTML context with nothing encoded. Means the application is not going to apply the output HTML encoding. Okay, so this lab contains a stored cross-site scripting vulnerability in the comment functionality. Fine. To solve the lab, submit a comment that calls the alert function when the blog post is viewed. Okay, so we saw reflected cross-site scripting in the previous lab, and here today we have a blog application where we see the blogs, and if you see any of these blog view post, so once you click on view post, there is description about that post, the tagline or the subject of that post, and author of this post, and on which date this blog post has been written. But the second thing which is important for us, there is a feature that you can also comment on that blog post, right? So similar to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, anywhere you see in the social media, this is very normal, okay, that you post something and people who see that post, they can comment on your post. Fine. So you can see there are too many posts, and we can also leave a comment. Okay, there are too many comments, and we can also submit a comment. But the thing is, this is where the user input, okay, and we need to check this one. And why this vulnerability is known as stored XSS? Because whatever you are going to input, whatever user is going to make a comment, this comment is going to be saved somewhere or stored somewhere, maybe within the database, or in a document, or in a log file, or in a message forum. So somewhere it is stored, and whenever any user come and load this page or view this particular blog, all the comments from the database or from the message forum or from log file or history file or some document, all these comments associated with this particular blog post rendered here or called from the database or that document here. So every user is going to see all these comments. Fine. So that's why it is known as stored XSS and persistent. Persistent because this thing is not going to be vanished until you explicitly delete this particular comment. Okay, so that means all these comments are going to be stored somewhere. So now let's see, I'm going to test few things. That first thing, because you can see here that there is nothing encoded. The first thing you would like to test whether you can input some meta characters or not. Meta characters in languages or in application, they have some special meaning or special power. Okay, in different languages, different special characters have different special permissions or power, and whenever they are mentioned while writing code, so they mean something. Okay, so meta characters are special characters but with a special meaning. Maybe this less than sign in the HTML have different meaning, but in Python or Java or in other languages have different meaning, right? So let's see, I'm going to just put this less than sign, and I'm going to write here name, let's say cyber, and I'm going to say my email, which is going to be cyber@sec.xor, and just post this comment. Okay, so when I post this comment, my comment, my name, my email, or this information is going to be saved somewhere. So if any user, let's say I'm going to copy this, okay, and I'm going to open a private window. So private window have nothing to do with this session, right? So whenever I'm going to act as another user, another random user, I will open this private window, because this private window has nothing to do with this session. So I will be act as another random user accessing the same site or the same blog. So let's go, and I'm going to view this post, and I am a random user, and as you can see, I can also see this smaller than sign. Okay, so that means there is no encoding. If the encoding is there, what we will see this as ampersand less than semicolon. This is the HTML encoded form of less than. Okay, because there is no encoding, so we see like this. And if a user can insert this, the next step is to inject some HTML tag. So let's say I'm going to put here an anchor tab. href is equal to let's say close this, and when iPhone, okay, limited offer, fine, and I'm going to close this tag. It could seem more legitimate, so HTTPS, or it could be HTTP or S for more legitimate looks and feels. A threat actor could take or registered a domain with a certificate. So if a user see that, the user will not feel any malicious or any insecure problem with that when dot sale or whatever .com. Okay, and I'm going to put this tag, and let's just name is, let's say, Apple, and the email is info at .com, something like this, and just post this comment. So once I post this comment, I'm going back to the private window, which is this, and let's go, a user, suppose that a random user visit this post. Okay, so once I scroll down, he will see, okay, there is a comment, it's saying win iPhone, there is limited offer. If I hover, I don't know what's wrong, let's see, href, href is equal to, it should be is equal to, I don't know what I wrote something wrong maybe. So https://aaa.bbb.ccc and win whatever, anything, and just close that. So name, cyber, email, anything, just post this, fine. And back here, just refresh this page. So you can see this time it's okay. When I put my cursor or hover my cursor on this, you can see in the left hand bottom corner, it is showing us the URL on which the user will be redirected. And once the user will be redirected, this application, this URL will redirect the normal user to attacker controlled server. And then there are too many things could be done by a hacker by just redirecting a normal user to his controlled server. Okay, so the thing is, we saw and we confirmed that there is no output encoding. We can inject the HTML tags, and now we will exploit it with the XSS. And because all the user input is going to be saved somewhere, so that's why it is stored or persistent. So alert, and inside alert I'm going to say cybersec radar, and then ALERT, and just close this script. Okay, name anything, let's say hello, hello at hello.well. So just post this comment. Okay, so it's saying congratulations, you solved the lab, but we want to see what effect did it take. So back to the blog, and whenever any user visit this blog, this pop-up will come, and this is an alert pop-up. That means we successfully tested the stored cross-site scripting vulnerability. Okay, now whenever any user go to this, every time this is going to be loaded, this script which is stored in the database, and whenever this script is rendered on this HTML page with the script tags, and within the script tags it's using alert function, so it is going to pop up an alert, right? So in the random user perspective, if I come here, so any user come, he visited this blog post, and again he can see this pop-up. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you understand, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Bye.